What's going on, everybody? You're watching the DIY Plumbers. Today's video is sponsored by Plumbers Cracked Coffee. If you go to plumberscrackedcoffee.com and use code DIY10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. Today's video is all about how to install electric water heaters. Let's go. All right, so for the tools you're gonna need for this job, you need some Teflon tape, Teflon paste, a power drill, a 1/4-inch socket, a 5/16, and then a pair of channel locks. Let's go. All right, so here we go. We've already pre-taped up everything just so that we can do a shorter video to get things through. When you tape these up, make sure that you do clockwise, so basically righty-tighty around. We're just gonna put a little bit of Teflon paste on each of these joints here. Some people say you don't need to do it, and that's because there's a rubber seal inside of the flex line, but a little bit of extra sealant is never gonna hurt anything, and we definitely don't want them to leak because nobody likes mold in their house. Next up, we're gonna take our pair of channel locks and we're gonna take a flex line and we're just gonna tighten her down here. Always going hand tight first. Getting your first position. And tighten it down, sorry. Just as snug, we don't need to go crazy tight. Right there. And then this one, we're going to come out and try to make right angles as best as you can. It's not always possible, but we'll do our best here. Hand tighten this one. Like that. Take this. Like that. And then grab our other one. And same idea for this one, to keep it semi-straight here. We're gonna put this one in first. Like that. Okay, tighten that one down. Like that. And then take this and we're gonna come up and then back down into it like so. And again, we're just going hand tight. We're just gonna thread it on. And then we're gonna tighten with our channel locks just until it gets a little bit firm. Doesn't need to be crazy tight. Like that. So now we're fully pressured, not fully pressured, we're fully tightened up. You can see that this isn't soldered yet. Anytime you run a TMP, it either needs to go to a drain outside or it needs to be 1 inch above the bottom of the pan, so we have it plumbed to the pan. And then we're gonna fill it like that. Water's off to the house, but that's how we're gonna fill it. All right, now that we have all of our water connections done, now we're gonna hook up our electrical. Whenever you're doing these, just keep in mind that each one of these is technically hot. Obviously power's off because I'm touching them, but with a water heater, it's not like hot and then common where you're having a circuit. You're actually supplying 120 and 120. So they're both gonna be hot. So technically speaking, neither one of these, it's not like one specific side to another. So to make your connection, you're gonna line them up, stick in your wire nut here, and make sure that the wire nut's big enough to absorb both of them. You're gonna twist it till it gets nice and firm. Like that, and then we're gonna put some tape around that at the end. Let me grab another one. And do the same thing to the other side. Like this. Oops. There we go. Okay, just like that. And then take some electrical tape so that does not come apart. A good way to test is to pull on each wire to make sure that they don't pop loose. We're gonna take our electrical tape right here, like that. And you're gonna start back here and wrap it like so. There you go. Just so that way everything stays together. As power is running through these lines, there's very, very slight vibrations. that have the possibility to separate these wires. And so by giving it just a little bit of extra love, we're just gonna help it to not ever separate. That way you don't end up with fires or issues with shorting out and such. Next and last, we're gonna take our ground wire, fold it up, hook it in right there, and we're gonna take our bit and tighten it down. There we go, just like that. And then to connect your plate, these are fairly malleable, but you don't want to like overdo it. So just try to work it down in so it feels kind of natural in the way it bends. Like this, down inside. Okay, just like that. This one in the back is going to sit, you can see the little lip right here. Tuck that down in, like that. This is gonna go down like that, and you can see kind of how it wants to sit. So usually what I'll do is I'll kind of line it up, and I'll just get my screws semi into place just so I know kind of where they're going to be. Okay, like this. Just to get me started, I'll leave that third one out just for a second. And we're going to switch over to our 1/4-inch bit and push it down on these plates. Oops. Here's one. Here's number 2. Like that. And then we're going to grab our third one that we're all tightened down. Like this. And go through. And just line it up with where it needs to be. Like that. Just give it just a little bit of extra love here. And that is a fully installed electric water heater. One thing to make sure of is always fill up your water to the tank before you ever turn on electrical. Otherwise you're gonna burn the elements out and you're gonna have to end up replacing a bunch of stuff. When you're filling it, open up the hot side of your faucets, let it bleed out. Once it's full and the water looks like it's coming out normally, then you can go and hook up your electrical, get the power turned back on. You should have hot water. If you feel uncomfortable with electrical, hire an electrician. My brother-in-law is one, works out great for me. But this isn't too hard. Just follow the instructions, hook up your water, make sure it doesn't leak, and you should be good to go. Thanks.